What's the cheapest watch I wear? What's the most expensive watch I own? What is my everyday carry? Today, we're going to just answer a few of your questions. At the first of every single month, I put out a post on my community tab on All Things Random here and allow you to ask any questions you want, and I will respond on the 15th of every single month. Today is May 15th, and this is May's Q&A. Now, originally I was going to put out the Tissot PRX Powermatic 80 review. That thing is done. It will be posted in 2 days. Time just gets away from me because I'm working all the time in an attempt to pay for a wedding in 1 month. June 15th, I'm getting married. Then I'm off to Italy for 2 weeks. But don't worry, there's going to be content. The way I'm looking forward with the channel is I've already preemptively scheduled about 30 shorts videos every single day, along with actual review videos that are going to come out about every 4 days. So there's a lot more content coming up in the future. I'm trying to get all that done now, so it's backlog, so that while I'm gone, you guys can still look at the content. Anyway, so what is the cheapest watch I own or that I wear, and what's the most expensive? Now, this gold Casio is the cheapest watch I own. This thing is about 20 bucks, and it is gaudy to all hell, and my fiance just absolutely hates it. But I think it's a great watch. Everybody should have a gold watch. It kind of reminds me of my grandfather and his time back in the 80s when I was being raised, and it just gives me a lot of nostalgia. So because of that, I love the watch. Do I wear it all the time? I don't wear it all the time, but I wear it a lot more than I probably should. And what is my most expensive watch that I own? Well, that is going to be the Rolex Kermit 50th anniversary that I have here. Now, this is the no rehaunt. So I think back in 2000, so there's been multiple versions of the Rolex Kermit. Started in 2003. I think it ended in 2010 when it was replaced with the Rolex Hulk. If I'm mistaken here, leave it down below. Many iterations of the Kermit. I think there's been 5 or 6 different iterations from the flat 4 within the first year, which is the hardest one to find, which was a flat 4 on the bezel, no rehaunt. The rehaunt is the chapter ring on the inside, essentially, that has Rolex. You see on the newer models, Rolex engraved all the way around with a randomized serial number along the 6 o'clock position. This is a no rehaunt version. I think mine is a 2007 or 2008 D serial number. So you could look that up and it gives you the year. This watch I purchased right after deployment in 2010. It's funny, I have to look up when I came back because I don't look at my military past. I don't need to know every single thing about everything I've ever done because I'm not that person. I think it's funny, there's 2 types of people in the world: people that remember every single thing that they ever do, and people who don't. The people who remember every single thing, they're either really smart and I'm just not, or I look at them as people who rely on what they do to be who they are. I'll give you an example. I was in the military for 7 years, and I deployed. I deployed to Baghdad. I deployed to Talil in southern Iraq during the drawdown, part of Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, Operation New Dawn. And I have to look to see what dates I was gone. I can barely remember the units I was attached to, but it's funny because you have these people that are like, oh, I was attached to the 82nd Airborne from June 17th, 2007 to when I came back, whatever. I'm just not that way. I'm not built that way. Like my job right now is I'm a cop, but that's not who I am. I'm Chase. So I don't really remember all that because it's a chapter in my past, and just like any book, I'm not going to remember every single thing in the book. Anyway, I purchased this right when I came back from my deployment in Baghdad, and it's because I had a lot of money. I had no kids. I was in my first marriage, and I had money. So I decided I was going to buy my first nice watch. Now, I have since thought about getting something else because this has the old style clasp on the back, the press clasp, that it's so funny because when you buy a watch for thousands of dollars and it has a press clasp, it really does like rub me the wrong way. Then you look at the maxi case, the Rolex Hulk and the maxi case that came out in the later iterations. Then it has on the fly micro adjustment, right? The glide lock clasp, and such a better clasp. But there's just something about my Rolex Kermit that I love. The bezel has faded quite a bit since I got it. And even though the new ceramic bezels will look newer forever, and I like that idea, except that I appreciate the wear and tear that comes with my watches because it just makes it my own. So I've got into more vintage watches, but the only reason why this is the most expensive, this is not the most expensive watch I've ever purchased, but it's just gained value over time. So it's the most expensive watch I technically own. Now, another one was from Michael, who is a longtime subscriber, who asked me about my everyday carry. I've done a few videos on my everyday carry in the past, and you'd be pretty surprised that as a cop, I do not conceal carry hardly ever. Which is funny because I have the right to conceal carry in almost every single state except Hawaii and I think New York, because they're extremely liberal. I can conceal carry in any other state in the United States when it comes to like a pistol because I'm a cop. That being said, the moment I'm off duty, I turn it off because if not, I'd have a heart attack already because of all the stress that comes with being a cop. I don't live in a small town where I'm a sheriff's department. I live in one of the most dangerous cities per capita in the U.S., and that's where I work, which is Anchorage, Alaska. You can look up the stats. One of the most dangerous city for violence per capita, rape per capita, or sex assault, child crimes. Like, it is not a safe city in the least bit, and we barely have enough officers to cover the street. So I'm working all the time. So I don't conceal carry. I used to carry a knife with me, but as I started to get older, and I do have a few nice knives. I have a Microtech OTF. I'm looking at another OTF that's smaller and more compact to carry around in my pocket, because as I've kind of grown up and I hit 40 and I'm working a lot and I'm making decent money, I decided to buy myself nicer things. And when it comes to nicer things, like I don't really wear jeans too often. I normally wear like an everyday pant, either from, I think, BLYT. I think that's the company, right? They're like $120. They like in between like a slack and a jean, right? It's a nicer pant. But because of that, it fits a little closer to the leg, so you can kind of see what's in your pocket. So I don't really carry much with me. What I do carry is my GeoGrit wallet. I think every man should have a slim wallet. I don't know why people don't carry slim wallets. I also wouldn't spend a lot of money on a slim leather wallet. Me and Jamie, my fiance, were in Coach the other day, and I don't know why anybody would spend $150 on a Coach leather slimline wallet, where the material alone, after having a watch strap company understanding leather goods, the leather in it maybe cost $20, maybe $30. If you're getting the highest end Italian leather, then you're shipping it in the most expensive way in the smallest batch quantity. Then it would be worth maybe more than that. But outside of that, the wallet probably costs $20 to make, maybe less, maybe $10 really for Coach to make, and they stamp Coach on it, and it's worth a lot of money. I don't like that. And I also like just the ruggedness of GeoGrit. GeoGrit's not cheap, but they do offer lifetime warranties on their wallet. So I'll always have a GeoGrit for life unless something better comes along. Next is going to be my glasses, my sunglasses. Now, I love my Ray-Bans. I've worn Ray-Ban Wayfarers for a long time, but I decided to upgrade to a pair of Tom Ford Christensens, which I love. These are the most expensive sunglasses I've ever purchased. These things were, I think, $400. Now, the reason I bought these first is because I got LASIK 12 years ago. My eyes are kind of going downhill, and I got these prescribed, except that my prescription kind of bowed everything out and didn't look good, so I just replaced them, and I got contacts instead. So these are the most expensive sunglasses I've ever purchased, probably the most expensive sunglasses I'll ever purchase, and I love it. again, making a little bit of money. I decided I'm going to invest in myself when it comes to nice things. And I'm going to be an adult, right? I love my Jordans and I love my Reeboks, and I don't mind wearing those if I'm doing some running around, but generally every day I wear like a pair of driving loafers or Mocs, right? Which are going to be my next thing. These are Bjorn. These are not expensive. I think these were $100, but I always wear something like this, right? I either wear a pair of penny loafers, a pair of Jordans if I'm in jogging pants or shorts, because, you know, but other than that, I normally wear something like this if I'm wearing slacks, and I normally wear slacks. If I wear jeans, then I wear dark wash jeans with a pair of penny loafers, or I'll wear a boot or something like that. Other than that, I really don't carry that much on me. Again, I'm kind of lame in that way, but I am upgrading my everyday carry with a smaller OTF knife, an out the front knife, an automatic knife. And outside of that, I wear a watch every day, and that's basically it. I'm kind of lame. Anyway, guys, moving forward, I plan on releasing, like I said, a video every 4 days. The summer is here in Alaska. I don't know how long the sun is going to last, but again, I'm going to be doing a shorts video every single day, no matter what. I think starting May 27th, I think is the first day it's going to be scheduled. There's going to be so many videos coming out in the future. I am going to do more random content as requested, but it's just difficult because companies like to send me watch stuff, so I do more watch stuff, mostly watches with some random stuff sprinkled in between. But I do have some car stuff coming up in the future because like a lot of watch guys are also car guys. Car guys aren't necessarily watch guys, but a lot of watch guys are car guys. But I have a lot of stuff coming up in the future. My goal for the channel, if you care, I'm just at 15. I'm going to try to get to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Don't know if that's possible. I'm going to try to put the work in, try to work with the algorithms, try to spend a little more time in my thumbnails and stuff like that. But if you guys have any opinions or any suggestions, this is a community that I love, and I love the fact that we can talk back and forth. Leave it down in the comments. Also, my email address, I have a lot of people who reach out to me on email, is in the About section. So if you want to send me an email, I don't mind responding to your email. I've had plenty of email chains back and forth with subscribers or viewers who have questions about certain things. This is a community. Really appreciate everybody who chooses to stop by and watch the videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.